All right. Kings and queens, we are going to go live sourcing today here on Friday, April 19th, 11 a.m. Eastern, and we are going to rip whatever we can. So, haven't pre-sourced any of this. It could be horrible. If you hate it, just stop watching, or if you find something valuable, just watch till the end. So, we're going to go on Nepedo, and I'll share my screen. We're going to run in through retail, and we're going to try snipes today. I know they have a new 20 off 200 code. So we're going to see what we can get. So 20 off 200 is essentially 10% off. So we're going to put in 25 ROI because we know we can get a little more discounted. And we're just going to sort by BSR. And we're going to do Nike, and then I might even run through some Adidas because I feel like there's some fire leads with everyone getting regated. So we'll start with Nike. All right, so once again, we're just looking for volume. Instantly, I see a #1 bestseller, so this might move, but it's also a weird color. So people did sell out at 89, and now we're at 200, so I'm not feeling good about that. It's still on this #1 bestseller listing. This isn't really moving. It has in the past, though. But this is like Christmas, so it kind of throws you off a little bit. I'd probably just pass on it. A lot of dunks on snipes. All right, so this moves with a buy box, but without it, you can see there's a huge buy line here. And then when it gets the buy box back, we start to sell out again. So very important to know that this doesn't sell without a buy box very well. We're at the 7.5. Let's see if we have one right now. So we don't have one. And what we can see is they're probably willing to give it up to like 218, right around there. So let's see where we're at. So we're at 120. Are we in stock though? 7.5. Just out of stock. Say it was in stock, 120. And we would probably want to sell this at like 196 with a buy box, maybe 218. So it would be 32 ROI, and we can use a 10% off code. So this actually would have been profitable, and we might be able to get buy box up to 218. It's hard to say. They're all at 256. So I personally would like buy a few of these and then try to see, and you can even list this in your FBM inventory. This is a pro tip. Go in your FBM inventory, list this item and list it like really high. And you can see sometimes it'll tell you the competitive price and you'll know exactly what you can get the buy box on. Or what you can do is slowly bring down the price every 15 minutes until you find that exact buy box. And then you just take your inventory back to zero. Because knowing this buy box, this sells when you have a buy box. So that's very important data for you to understand and not just sit up here at the highest price. That's just my opinion. Other people might do differently, but yeah, that's some sauce right there. All right, moving on to the next one. Let's find some in-stock stuff. All right, so this is moving. 79.99. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but this is the code I was talking about, spring 20 off 200, essentially 10% off. 79.99, and we are at 149. But 141, that's going to work. 40 RY. I do have 7% tax in here. Oh, I don't actually. Let's put it in. That's Georgia tax. I'm not sure what yours is, but all right, 32 RY, and we're getting a 10% code. It'll probably be close to 10%. We'll just call it 5% to be safe. 40 RY. And basically how I'm saying that this moves is, so this looks like it got moved to a new listing. This was a shoe that looks like it was on its own listing and then just got moved onto this random listing. And the reason I know that is because right here, it goes from a 5 million rank to an 8K rank. So the shoe did not just automatically start selling well. It got moved onto this listing, and then you can see people started selling out on this item. So this is a sneaky good item that in the past wasn't selling well, and then now it got on this listing and it still was like decently selling, but as soon as it got on here, you can tell like people started to sell out. So this is definitely something that you would buy a few of, and it's men's, so I'd be okay taking like 40 RY if you can get it. I know Snipes does charge shipping, so you'd have to, maybe that 10% would probably offset, but this is a pretty good lead. We know we got some slides. Those always do well. Yeah, so these are moving decent, and they're only going to sell faster as the weather warms up. Low stock. We are late. But 14 still is a few of these. So we're at, let's add to bag. $29.99. $25 ROI, and then we're going to get that 10% if it works on sale items. 40 ROI, and we're at 55. Yeah. And then up to 67 after that. So if you can get that discount to work, I'm not sure if it works on sale items. Let's see. They're only letting you do 4. So what you can do is like add 4 of those and then find another item and try and get it up to 200, because I believe that would work. See if we can find anything else. Some kicks. Okay, yeah, these are selling. As you can see, like when offers start increasing, this is stuff that you don't want to buy, but now we're like kind of trending back down. If you bought them here, you have to understand that with offers increasing, the price is going to start to come down as it did. And this is just like repricers racing to the bottom. But now we're getting like this downward movement of starting to sell out. So let's see where we're at. And there's a lot of sizes of these. But yeah, $69.99. And we are at 135 with a buy box. That is profitable. And people were selling out on this. Obviously, competition is increasing a little bit, but as it's increasing, it's still selling out. This listing has 2K reviews, and I feel like it's pretty, yeah, 10.5 is a very common size. So you can definitely sell a few of these, and you have some room to come down on them. And if the 10%, you know, you add one of these and you add one of those shoes from the last buy, and then you're at $200. 10.5 is out of stock though. But let's see the other ones, because we got 14s. Yeah, so what you realize is like probably on a Friday, the sale's probably been running since I would say Monday. Sometimes they start sales on the weekend, but Fridays, I usually try to get a lot of my sourcing done earlier in the week just because if a sale drops on Monday, this has probably been running for a while now. So we're at 194 here, and people are moving these on and off. So yeah, $69.99. This is actually printing if these, yeah, $199 FBA. Are we in stock? $14s. Yes, we have $14s, but they're low stock. You probably get a couple of them. 46% off. These are very discounted. So there's going to be, then we got the 15s. The nice thing about shoes is when you find a good listing, you can just run through the sizes if they're all discounted. Just get a few of each. 15s are definitely going to be selling slower, and they don't, oh, we do have a buy box. Yeah, so these are good too to sell a couple. 15s are in stock low. So we got both the 14s and the 15s. I'm sure these were really good too, but they're already sold out. Have the 11s. Are they in stock? Where are the 11s? Here we are. 158 printing. You'd think 11s would sell just as well as like the 14s and 15s. You're at 140, 164 here. This is a pretty good listing. 158, same thing. 70 ROI. I mean, you could just have cleared all of these and made, over $1,000 probably. And then we got the 12s. Are we in stock? So offers increasing here. You can pretty much expect this price to come down, I would say. But as they're coming up, we're getting people selling out. So it tells me that there is volume. I just need to expect that I probably will sell this like a little bit lower. So maybe like 130 is what I would expect to be safe. 135 or so. But still 44 ROI and you have some room. So yeah, and like if you're using that 10% off code and it works, then you're chilling. I know they do charge shipping there. Doesn't move. A lot of these are just so profitable. Let's check these. This could be another banger. All right, yeah, so these are moving and they have a buy box. And we have a lot of these. We're just gonna have to see what's in stock. Yeah, so these are cleared almost. We got 9.5, 8.5, 8. So 8.5 here. We're getting these for $99.99. Yeah, so these have been selling out. Again, moving much slower without a buy box, but we can get one at like 169 maybe. Looks like 169 is kind of the max. And then again, you can try that little trick to find that. So we'll just put in like 169 because that's where it's going to move for us. And we're going to add bag for price. So 99.99, that's going to be tight. 30 RY or 27 RY. I mean, you're making $27 a shoe, but and we're at 180. I mean, it's tough because you could probably sell a few. Someone did sell out at 180. You could test it 180, and if you had to bring it down to 169, worst case, they are moving with the buy box. So 169.97. 28 RY for shoes, not the favorite, but if you're struggling to find leads, these are going to move. And then we have other sizes as well. Air Forces always sell well. Unfortunately, not these ones. Women's shoes, so we probably want a little more RY. I mean, people did sell out 6 sellers on the 10th. Now we're at 4, 5. See the all-time. So these sell pretty slow, but you could probably sell a couple. I hate when they do see price and bag. So these are 10s. What do we got on that? $59.99. 109.99. With the buy box, I feel a little bit better about it. They're definitely going to move pretty slow. And then if you have that 10% off code, that's going to work even better. Again, I'm not sure if it works on sale items because I haven't tried it. All right, this is a sneaky play. So if you were just looking at this right here, any new seller is probably just going to click off this. Always check the 1 year, because what we see is this sells and it has volume. We just haven't been in stock. So no one was in stock on Amazon for this long, and people sometimes just lose the ASIN because it goes away and doesn't show up. Somebody came on and sold out at 280. Somebody came on and sold out at 219. Somebody came on at 320. That's pretty steep, but let's see. 210. This, we're automatically getting 200. So we're getting $20 off this. So we're pretty much paying $190 for this. At 320, 30 ROI. That's pretty tough for me to think. I mean, you're gonna make $60 a shoe. He might sell out here, and that's might be something like you check in a couple of days to see if they're still in stock. But At 285, people are selling out. 360 took a while, but they did sell out right here. 370. It'd be close. I probably would avoid. Some sweatpants. Definite movement here, even recently with the warmer weather. So we're at like 100, 105. 54.99. What size? Size small. Sold out. Unfortunately, these would have been good though. We have other sizes. The large. Large is sold out as well. So yeah, the biggest thing with OA is just making sure you're there first, because these were all probably pretty good. What were we at on price? And that's why networking is so important, because you know about these sales well before other people. Would have been right at 30 RY, and you got the 10% off. But yeah, that's a great example of like, if we would have been here, because these were in stock at one point, we're just late. All right, so these are moving. We had 8 sellers, sold out to 4. This is usually a pretty good sign. Final sale and last call. 4.5, 4.5, 49.99, 119 with a buy box, 120. Fire lead, 80 RY. If we get the discount, we're even printing more. That's a pretty good lead, especially because we see it pretty much always has oscillation in the offer count, and it has pretty good sales rank. 55K, 1K reviews. Good lead. Some socks. Jordan. These aren't really moving. Actually, so downward trend here. Selling pretty slow, but not like too slow. Low stock. XLs. See the price. $14.99. And as you can see, I'm not even ungated on this, and I'll be doing 100K a month like this month. So all these people saying like, how many brands do I need to ungate, all this stuff? Like, it's really not that many brands. $34.99. So these are good for $14.99. These aren't really moving. I mean, they did. Once again, this is product got moved to a listing. So some of this data you have to take into different account if it's on a different listing here than it was back here. That's just something to keep in mind. But it looks like as of recent, it's been selling very slow. It was moving in the past, so we would have to probably just test buy this, because it was moving a lot quicker at 69 and 70 than it is at 91. But we can just check it. Everything is just C bag for price. What do we got? $49.99. 30 RY. I would probably pass on this one. You're probably going to be up here, FBA, though. Some off courts. Oh yeah, selling out really well here. This is the type of keeper you want to be looking at right here. April hits, selling out. I imagine most of these are sold out. Maybe not. Size 9.5 is, they don't even have 9.5. So they only have the 9s, unfortunately. which is probably why these are selling out. We have. Okay, so this looks like it is the same. So it says 9.5 up here, but 9 here. So I'd probably be okay selling it as 9. So what do we got? So 59.98. Ooh. What are we selling this at? How is this profitable? Saying it's 20. Oh, there's 2 of them. I'm tripping. 29.99. Yeah, so 32 RY. And if we can get the 10%, that would be good. But still, I mean, this is selling out, so I really like this, especially with, I feel like slides don't get too many returns. And also you can see the sales rank is really starting to come down as the weather warms up. Selling out with a buy box at 139. Now we're at 179. $99. $40 RY up here. Somebody sold out with a buy box. It'd be tough because it is moving really slow up here, but somebody did sell out. I would not get more than like just a very few of these. Not in stock though. But all you need is a couple of these shoes here and there, and then you're pretty much can get up to 10K months. I feel like if you have a lot of these items that you're stacking together. This is a heavy avoid. So not one people really selling out, and already we're dipping. I would expect this to continue down. I'd heavily stay away from that. Kind of the same thing, but the difference is like somebody did just sell out. Somebody sold out here. I would expect this price to probably start coming down for sure. Let's see where we're at though. Out of stock, yeah. I never really like to buy an alligator colored clothing. That's just that's just my personal preference. Let's check out a few more. Not really moving here. It can, especially with a buy box, it can, but we have not had a buy box for a while. But you wonder, one thing I always wonder here is like, all right, we got it at 113.75. Now we're up at 114, 113.75. So it just stops giving it. That's something that like, I check if the buy box flips back on. So maybe put it in a possible leads. But I mean, we are getting some sales up here. Let's just check it. I imagine these are pretty sold out. Are these preschool? 10.5C. Not on here. All right, yeah, we're just skipping that one. All right, so we have movement here. Looks a little funky. Somebody sold out at 138, 167. These could be sneaky. Let's see. Size 3. Size 3. $80. And this, without it being sale, you pretty much know you're going to get that $20 off. So 80. 32 RY, and then we'll just call it 5% if we're able to get off. $80. And these are FBM. If FBM people are selling out and you send it FBA, pretty good chance you're going to sell out too. We'll do a couple more. Oh, we got some fire shoes here. Air Maxes. Have movement. Not going to sell fast, but with a buy box, people are selling out. Somebody just sold out. 98. A lot of sizes here, so we're just going to have to look at all these. In this case, I might just, if I see all these on here, I might just sort by color. All right, so we got 102, 92. What are we getting it for? All right, 49.99. So we're looking pretty good on anything like 92. Yeah, so like anything 92.65. We're pretty much we're good here. We just want to see volume. And so one of the things I want to talk about is ratings here. We only have one rating. Always check how long this listing's been around. So it's been around 700 days. But these ones up here have been around 1,400. So they've been around double the time. So the reviews for this might be different than the reviews for this. So 6 reviews in that short amount of time is decent. So yeah, 7 big kid, we're probably taking that. Sold out, obviously. And that's why. 110, selling out, definitely taking that. But risky here with how much it's increased. Probably wouldn't go deep. 97, this is selling. Probably grab a couple of those. So yeah, a lot of good stuff in here. It's just what's in stock, but it does look like they have a little bit of stock. And then you can like check other ones in here. This is the only color though. So yeah, that's live sourcing. Right off the rip, I would do Adidas too, because if you can get it ungated, there's a lot of people that I personally am regated and haven't gotten it up yet, but could be a lot of sauce in there. So, yep.